All right, guys, let's get this let's get this party started. This is Emmett Starworth, the Alpha Builder. So, man, I'm going through here, man. I gotta get my mechanical inspection, but come to find out, this municipality does mechanical, electrical, and framing all in one. All right, guys, let's get it going. All right, guys. So I came over here to do we want to do a mechanical inspection. Mechanical guys finished with this stuff. And this municipality, they do the mechanical, electrical, and framing all in one hit. They don't have different guys that come out and do all the disciplines individually. So we pretty much got the mechanical done, man. I tell you what, man, this guy is really good at what he does, guys. So we got these, guys. If you don't, some people who don't know this right here, I think the way they do it now is you can't alter in your dryer vents. You can't alter those things, so you can't squish them. At one point in time, we were squishing them a little bit to make it fit into a 2x4 wall, which is 3.5 inches. So they squished the pipe. That pipe has to be 4 inches. And so in this case right here, guys, if you got a regular, you kind of see why I furred this wall out a little bit. And so if you got a regular 3.5 inch wall, that's not going to work. Typically, you want to come here and do, if you got a drive in on that wall, you probably want to go ahead and do a 2x6 wall. They even have now, guys. I'm actually putting this in the house that I'm building for myself. We don't have a dryer vent. It's ductless. So that's starting to happen now. And they actually work pretty good. Ductless dryer vents. You can put a dryer anywhere. So I'm going through looking at all the mechanical stuff. What I really like about these guys here, guys, this contractor that I have, thanks Kerry, with Mid-South. If you guys kind of look at what let me just see if I can get this thing right here go up here. You guys kind of look up here. See if I can get up here. This guy always does, and there it goes. He runs rigid pipe everywhere, guys. And anytime you run rigid pipe, what happens on his main trunk lines, that would happen. On his main trunk lines, he's going to run rigid pipe, and on a lot of his fan vents, he's going to run rigid pipe as well. That's the best pipe. That's the best. You get the best airflow from that rigid pipe. I'm just looking at a little thing that we had to knock out of here. That the electrician you got to come back and do. But guys, you get your best airflow. The airflow, a lot of time we use duct board. You have too much friction when the air is trying to go through there. And then if you use, the kind of spiral kind, sometimes when it comes out, you create turbulence inside of the duct vents. But the rigid, round, and square pipes that they designed for the houses, like we're gonna see when we get in the basement, that's the best airflow you're gonna get, guys. And one thing you don't want to jeopardize, I'm seeing little holes up there. I gotta fill that in. One thing you don't want to jeopardize, guys, is that's gonna be your airflow and your indoor air quality. I let that guy do what he got to do. I stay out of his way. I frame around him. I do things around him if he squeal a little bit. This right here is the return, guys. In this case right here, we have so if you look at this house here, guys, we got a main area over on this side, the master suite, living room, and over here you got your kitchen, and we have a whole nother in-law suite over here. So when you got something like this right here, guys, you gotta have that air circulate. This is the best place. I tell you what, man, this is perfect. This is centralized of the house. You sucking air from both sides of the house. You moving that air, and you recycling, and you taking that air in, and you conditioning it, and you putting it back out there in the vents. You can't ask for a better system than that, guys. So it works out really good. It just worked out this way, guys. Something else these guys do. So when they go ahead and we didn't have to really set the units in this house because we got units very accessible. They're not up in the attics and stuff like that on top of you where it's kind of hard to get to. So if you look right down here, what my guys did right there, guys. If you look right there, they seal up all this stuff, man. You gotta, they seal up all the everywhere they got duct work that they put in, and they already went on ahead and ran it. They go ahead and seal that stuff up. And you want to seal it up because you don't want to get all this construction debris like sheetrock dust, paint, fume, just all that stuff. You don't want to get that into your duct system, so that when you turn it on, the homeowner, all this stuff starting to slowly come out, and this is what the homeowner's breathing in. So you want to make sure that you get those things covered up, guys. Here's something else that you want to make sure you do too, guys. When you're running your condensation lines for your units, these are a closed loop system that you have here. And it's easy for those guys, when your brick guys are putting their brick ties on the outside, they can nail a hole and hit one of these things right here, and you have a leak in this line. You wonder why you're not getting cold in your house, because you're having a leak somewhere. So they got to come out here and cut all this right here back out again. You don't want to get into that. So what you want to do as a builder is go on the outside and mark where these lines are. So when the brick guy comes here, you say, hey, man, stay away from these lines here. That's typically what I try to do. And guys, let me just say this, guys. I mean, I know I'm doing what I can do to try to make it, I'm trying to, just from building, guys, you see a lot of things that I can kind of see in advance, because I've built enough to know where the problems are going to come. And so what I try to do is I try to make sure that I think in advance to make it to where those guys don't run into these problems. And I have like leaks and things like that, especially in the mechanical work. Now in this house right here, guys, we don't have any mechanical. We didn't run any unit up there. That's good, man. You don't want to have a ladder and stuff and try to have now you got to have access somewhere. It's always good to have it where if we have to maintenance this thing, man, we can come right here. We can maintenance right there. This is perfect. The unit goes up, service the rest of the house. We do have a return here, kind of centralized. Once again, perfect again. Got a big room here, got a big room over there. Our return is right up above, man. So we actually sucking, we pulling the air from both sides, man. It's actually getting that air circulating really good. So that's what you want to see. And also he did run metal duct work up here, guys. I mean, you can't beat this. Also, man, something else I try to make sure I do, man. When you look at your tub, well, your guy got to have the sheetrock guy when you're doing tile, not sheetrock, but when you're doing tile, I usually mark this right here off. Let the sheetrock guy know to stop over here, so my tile guy can put his boards here. So you want to have some furring strips on the edge of these tubs. They never work out just right. So, guys, like I said, man, this right here looks really, really good, man. This guy that I use, he's a little bit expensive now. I have to give, this has nothing to do with the homeowner, guys. I pay a little bit more money to have a guy that really think through these things. Somebody that's very cautious. If you run into a really messed up situation, they'll give me a call instead of just throwing stuff in any kind of way they want to throw it in, man. We'll talk about it. We'll figure out a way. I typically let him have free range because I'm more concerned with indoor air quality instead of just the way things look, the aesthetics, within reason. So we actually had to come here and we had to move this right here because the unit is going to go right here where I am. And then we had to put the door over here. And then I had to end up blocking this door off and making the access of this door over here because we want to make the best. Guys, the name of the game is indoor air quality. You got to have the indoor air quality, man. It has to be maximum, man. You got to have better airflow so that your unit works very efficient, so that the homeowner's not spending $500 a month on a power bill or a gas bill. And so you also see this pipe right up here, man. This is a 90% efficient unit. It's really good, man. You want to have a 90% efficient. That means that it's a gas, and the reason I did gas on the downstairs, guys, is because it gets some, it gets some. If it gets really, really cold outside, the gas will catch up It'll get them to where they need to get them, the temperature they need to get to. If I was using electric, man, it takes time, but the gas will get them where they need to be. So I wanted to make that available for the upstairs, but it's 90% efficient, man, or 90% or 90 or above. Now upstairs we did do electric heat pump, so that works as well. But if you get the heat, because heat rises, if you get the downstairs going, everything else take care of itself. Guys, look at here, guys. I just want you guys to look at this right here, man. Just look at how nice this looks, guys. And I know you guys can't appreciate this right here unless you guys were builders. But look at this right here. Just look at this view. Over here, let me see. Yep, there we go. Over here, guys, you can see I got my gas and my plumbing. They ran in a straight line. Right in the middle, I got my electrical, and they go out and they branch off just like a body. And then over here, my HVAC, he goes down on this line. It's just a perfect look. Boom, man. I mean, you can't beat it. These guys took time. The electrician, they took time to do that. Now, they wasted a little bit more wire. Guys, this is what you want. You want your guys, your plumbers, man. They kept everything over here. These guys kept everything here. These guys kept everything here. It's perfect, man. I had to give these guys, man, either I'm getting better, I'm getting better, or I'm choosing the right people now. This is what you want, guys. So we're going to keep this ball going, guys. Hopefully next week, I'm gonna meet the homeowner over here. Hopefully I can meet them over here this weekend sometime, and we can go ahead and I like to walk through it with the homeowner before we start closing the walls up. Make sure we all on the same page. Make sure they don't have any additional questions or any additional changes that they want to make, and then we keep it going, man. So next week we want to be insulating. Well, we want to get all our roughs off, our inspections off, and then we want to insulate. And then we want to start hanging sheetrock. And then we want to start bricking. So that's going to be fun. So we're going to, so hey, man, this thing is moving right along, man. It's starting to look really nice. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for joining. Guys, take time out, man. Go ahead and subscribe. We have a lot of people coming in and they're looking at everything, but a lot of my guys are not subscribed to this channel, so that when I have good stuff coming out again, you're not seeing it. Don't take that much, man. Hit that thing and subscribe, like, share, subscribe. And I appreciate you guys coming in. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. And this is the way.